Hey there, today I'm in the mindset of death. Sounds so terrible, but I mean, there's just so much to consider about death. Because for us as believers, death is not the end. Death is not the finality of things. But in our perspective, death brings an end to things. And it does bring an end to, obviously, a certain element. But the death we need to be going through is death to self. Like, God has proven to us that everything he does is good, and that regardless of how difficult it is, how much it doesn't seem like God, how hurt we are by it, etc., that in the end, if we'll hold on to Jesus and believe that he's doing what's best, it will work out in the way that it's supposed to. Does that mean our feelings don't get hurt, or that we don't grieve, or, no, it doesn't mean any of that. As I have made very clear to you in my videos about my brother Buddy. First, speaking of death, let me just tell you that my brother Buddy went through his second round of chemo and had absolutely zero side effects. He was on the property after the treatment of 5 days, working. The doctor came in to his room and said, everyone on this floor that's taking these medications can't eat, is nauseous, is diarrhea, throwing up. He said, and I come in here and you're eating like a king. So to me, that is so, and Buddy said, praise God. So everything about this is a representation of God. But the whole death, it comes by way of death to what you think is best. Now, Buddy thought that what was best was holistic. And I pray, I don't know that this will ever happen, because my brother's not like into the medical stuff at all. But chemotherapy saved my brother's life. And I hope that he gets to the place where he can say, I'm not a pro-chemotherapy person normally, but because I believe in following what God and the voice of truth inside of me says, I did that, and chemotherapy saved my life. Praying that happens. But, that's really like none of my business. The point is, we have to put to death our way. Our way is not the answer. It does not fix the problem. It is not the solution. It doesn't frickin' work. It doesn't. Because we're flawed, fouled humans that do not see things properly, who are influenced by other humans, and for God's sake, we're influenced by advertisements and goofy stuff. We don't have a clear perspective. We need God. And so it takes a discipline of saying, I'm not going to do this my way. I'm going to do what I know God has called me to do, even when it's uncomfortable. That's the choice. That's the choice of following after Christ or depending on your own way. If you're depending on your own way, you're going to get your own results. But if you're following after Christ, it ends in victory and eternal blessing and life unending and freedom. So I encourage you to think about that this week and to do the necessary work to not listen to yourself or the world and die to that, to live for Christ. Love you guys. God's plan works because you don't get clean for 11 years. Wow. You can do it. It'll make a difference.